Hello all, I'm Rob Lee, a classically trained producer, here to help you make engaging music. And today, let's take a look at how we might create extended harmony. And what do I mean by extended harmony? Well, previously we looked at how we might create triads. So let's take a look at the Ableton Learning Playground and see if we can add something to that. So once again, I'm using the Ableton Learning Playground. The link is down below. You can to make use of this. And what I'm going to use today is I'm going to use the key of C minor. No, C major. What am I talking about? Let's just use C major. And I'm going to show you how, firstly, how triads are created. Usually triads are made up of a root note, a third, and a fifth above it. And actually, if we're in the key of C, we can do that with every single step of the scale. So we can create every single triad that belongs to the key of C major. This is called these are the chords that kind of make up the diatonic harmony that we're deriving our extended chords from. Now, you might have noticed that each note of the triad is kind of a third above the previous note. So C to E is the is actually a major third, and then E to G is a minor third, but it makes up a major triad. Now if we put up another third on top, we get a B. Now I'm going to play that on the keyboard. I hope you can see this. Okay, here's our C, here's our E, there's our G. That's our major triad. Now I'm going to put that third on top. There we go, C major 7, this one is called. And you might notice that it's not quite as majory as a major triad. And the reason why that is because C major 7 has a minor triad built in. There it is. It's E minor with this C. So it has a kind of reflective quality about it. Not quite as major as a major triad. So that's the first one. And then let's go to our next chord. Chord 2 in the C major is D minor. And if we add another third on top, let's add the C. So we've got D, F, A, and C. Let's add that in. We get D minor 7. And you might think to yourself, oh, it's kind of nice. It's not quite as minor-y as a D minor triad. And the reason why is because it has a major triad built in this case, F major. So there we go, D minor 7. Chord 3 is almost the same as D minor 7. It's E, G, B, and D. It's another minor 7 chord. There we go. E minor 7. Chord 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. F, A, C, F major. And that added third makes it an F major 7, giving it this very similar kind of feel to the C major 7 chord. There we go. F, A, C, E. So it's got a minor triad in it, plus the F, that makes it a F major 7. Now next up, we have chord 5, the dominant chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go G, B, D, and F. Now this is where the pattern changes a bit. Instead of having either a major 7 or a minor 7, we notice that the distance between the notes is slightly different. You might notice here, C to E, in the C major 7 triad, C to E is a major third, then it's E to G is a minor third, and then G to B is a major third. Then it's the opposite way round for the minor 7. D to F is a minor third, F to A is a major third, and then A to C is a minor third, and so on and so on. But when we get to chord 5, G to B is a major third, B to D is a minor third, and then D to F is also a minor third. So this makes this chord a dominant 7th chord. And often what we do is when we talk about a dominant 7th chord, we won't call it a dominant 7th chord, we'll just call it a 7th chord. So G7, for example, in this case. So G, B, D, F. Really wants to fall back down to C major, doesn't it? It wants to resolve. So that's G dominant 7th, or G7. Then we get back to chord 6, A, C, E, G. Nothing particularly crazy about this one. This one is an A minor 7 chord. There we go, A minor 7. Then when we get to chord 7, B, D, F, and A. This one again is slightly different. We have the interval of a minor third between the B and the D, then another minor third between D and F, and then finally a major third between F and A. And this makes B minor 7 flat 5. Looks like that. You often hear it in jazz music doing this kind of thing. Anyway, then back to C major 7. So let's have a look how we might make use of these in our chord progression. Let's take our C major, and let's go chord 1 to start with. Let's do chord 1. C, E, G, and then let's put a B at the top, and we're at a bass note. Let's change the tempo. Let's make it 115 BPM. And next chord, let's do chord 3. That'll be, what's that? 1, 2, 3. E minor 7. There you go. E, G, B, D. Then let's do chord 4, which is here F, A, C, E. I'm going to change the inversion slightly, so F, A, C, E. Let's put the E down at the bottom and see what it sounds like. And then lastly, let's put, I don't know, chord 5, because obviously when it loops back round again, it'll sound particularly good going back to this chord 1 because of the magnetic connection that chord 5 and chord 1 have. Not exclusively, but yeah, in this case. So let's go G, and let's also have a look here. We know what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. G is our dominant 7th chord. G, B, D, F. Let's change the inversion. So G, B, B, D, and F. Let's put this F down an octave. There we go. Let's have a listen to what we've got. So there we have it. Very simple extended harmony. I hope this has been useful to you, and I'll see you next time.